Yes, you heard that right. We're back with another episode of the Oddity Critics. And we brought Belchin Miss Kruger back. And I'm Philip the Punisher Collins. Thank you for tuning in. And sorry I haven't been around for about a couple weeks. To be honest, not saying none of the movies I saw was good to review, but I knew that you guys probably, not say wouldn't watch it, but wouldn't go see them. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown really fast before we start this. Gentlemen, go see. The Turning, don't go see. The Rhythm Section, don't go see. And Gretel and Hansel, don't go see. Now that we got that out of the way, let's continue this. We're doing Now We're Elm Street Part 2. Because I said we had a special and we're doing the series. So of course, I had to bring Miss Kruger back.
For Freddy's Revenge.
Yeah. That's Belching Revenge. Yeah, that was perfect timing too. I'm just saying. I think that's the best way to open a segment, like have it where we just don't give a fuck from the beginning.
I mean, we don't.
Sure. Anyways, part 2. So your opening remarks about this movie.
It's one of a kind. It's definitely different than the first one. They take a completely different approach. It's different. It's different. It's got its good parts and its bad parts, of course. It does in every movie.
Yeah, but I don't think some of the bad parts are as bad as these parts.
Yeah. I mean, none of the acting was as bad.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I do have to mention one thing, but we'll talk about that.
The dad's the worst.
He was definitely a dad from the 80s.
Yeah, of course.
But my opening remarks is, Miss Kruger, how the fuck did you let this movie happen? I don't know how you let your husband go do this. You should have read the script first. I'm just saying, this movie was a total mess in my book.
Yeah.
Especially like when you see what the sequels do, and then compare it to the original one. This one, it's the first and only one with the male lead role, and I feel like they wasted it.
Yeah, instead of keeping the same scary aspect of he's gonna get you within your dreams, he now is using someone.
See, that's what
doesn't make any
that's
sense,
what I'm saying.
Because it's like, okay, you want to bring him. Okay, at the end of the first movie, you want to say that he was brought into reality by Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well now since he's in reality, why is he no longer a being in the second movie? Why does he have to use, Jesse's body, to
Kill
people?
yeah.
It's just.
And then how does he have the powers? Because in reality, he doesn't have powers.
Well,
I mean, he's a little bit stronger than most people, but he doesn't. He can't like at the ending of the movie in the what's it called?
The boiler room.
Yeah, where he can change what the animals look like. He shouldn't be able to do that in reality.
Yeah.
Like even that's just that in general, or.
Well, because he's feeding off of their fear. The stronger he gets stronger, the more he feeds off
Yeah,
of
but
fear.
it never said that in reality, the stronger he'll get off of people's fear.
Yeah, but you gotta think of in the last movie, everything was in reality. Like when her mom got stuck in the bed, you saw all that. That was reality.
Yeah. That's whoa.
And then technically at the end, they never really said what happened. But in the second movie, they said Nancy went crazy. But in the second movie, or in the ending of the first movie, you see them get into the car, drive away. They're stuck in the Freddy car, and then Mom gets whipped through the window. Okay, well, what? But then in the second movie, they say Mom killed herself in the living room.
Yeah.
So,
But when she died in the first one, it was in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Because she went through the bed.
Yeah.
So if they went through the window, then yes. But that's what contradicts though, because if she killed herself in the living room, how could Nancy have seen her boyfriend get killed in his house? Because
exactly. She has to see in the window.
Yeah, so I feel that's what I feel is bad about this movie. It contradicts the first one too much, and even the way the house is made.
Yeah.
It's different, and yeah, it was 4 or 5 years after technically the first one, and yeah, people could have rearranged the house, so people didn't see it as the house that this girl went crazy and all that. But in that part, they would take off the bars too. You would think.
Well,
so
speaking of which, in one scene you see the dad on the ladder talking to the mom. He's taking off the
Yeah,
bars of the
exactly.
windows. But they're talking about how their son needs help. But why would you be taking off the bars of the windows if your son needs help?
exactly. That's another thing that. But then his dad was like, "There's nothing wrong with him. He just needs to kick in the butt."
Yeah.
So he obviously don't think that there's anything wrong. Now, if the mom was up there,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I feel like that would have been more of a fuck up. But back to what you were saying about Freddy having to use this person, like, that's what I don't get. Like, okay, the whole thing of him being able to kill people in reality, and yes, it made it look like he's the one that did it, whatever the guy's name is. I can't remember the main guy. Jesse, oh yeah. But to me, then that's more like he sleepwalked it because he don't personally remember going over there and killing the teacher.
He thinks of it as a dream.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he can't say that because the police found him walking down the highway.
Yeah, I mean he was there, obviously,
Yeah.
but
He
that's
thinks
what
he
I'm
just watched it.
The problem is like you would think that like how he at the end when he's in Freddy's body and he's able to say like I love you and all that, like, so he's conscious of what's going on.
Well, yeah, because I mean, even so, you show at that one scene when he kills Grady, Freddy comes out of his body, but then when Freddy burns up at the end, he's inside of Freddy still. Because
Yeah.
I mean, there's supposed to be technically two people in one.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just kind of weird how she stabbed him and it didn't affect Freddy at all, but then later on he was bleeding. So why didn't he die?
Well, I don't think a stab in the shoulder is going to kill somebody.
No, but he was perfectly unharmed at that point, except when they show his arms wrapped up later on.
Yeah. What happened with that?
I don't know.
Because the only thing I could think of that happened was when he's ripped through his skin.
I think it was from, Freddy burning. And he was, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
And then,
I feel like his hands would have been burned too, and
well, yeah, see, that's a lot of the movie, especially the ending. It seems like all the endings are just terrible. Okay, every single day, he took Lisa to school in his car, his little blue
whatever the
dino.
Yeah, the Dino-mobile.
That dangerous dino or
Yeah.
something like that. But then at the very last scene of the movie, he gets on the bus.
Yeah.
Why did you get on the bus? What happened to your car? Why did, in that particular day, did you get on the bus?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Maybe he didn't feel safe enough to drive.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid reasons, kind of. It's pretty much what brings this movie together. It's
Yeah, they should have made something happen to his car to make him have to ride the bus, but nothing's happened as far as we know.
Yeah. Now, about the acting. First of all, I don't know if you know this, but part 2 actually made more money than the first Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's hard to believe that.
Probably because the first one got so hyped up because it turned out to be so good that they're like, okay, let's go see the second one, and so many more people went to see it, and then it turned out to be a bummer.
But what I wonder, and we can go on YouTube and look it up, but I wonder what the trailers look like, because if things that I saw was in the trailer, like from not seeing the whole movie, I would have been like, this looks.
Yeah,
awful.
but then you gotta think about how old that movie is, back then.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say. I want to look at the trailer, and yeah, now, but like if they have any parts of, okay, this is part of the acting, his screaming.
Yeah.
Any of his screaming.
When he goes into Grady's room before he kills him, and he's talking to him, he's like, I just need your help, and he's just looking at him like that. That's kind of bad. But otherwise, like,
I don't know, his acting to me, in general, I don't know, like, only part that I felt that he did a good job, and it's weird to say this, was when he was dancing. He didn't even want to do that.
that was fun.
But besides that,
I
felt like his delivery of everything else was either, like well, there was no acting behind it. Like, yeah, he's talking, but it's like he knows he's on camera, but he's talking, so you're kind of like, you're not being like how we're doing right now, where
Genuine.
Yeah, where he's like, okay, I'll do this scene. When his dad's like, I put a cherry bomb in, and he goes, You can't talk to me like that. I'm like, first of all, it's your parent. So, I mean.
Yeah, but it is not fair for his dad to offend him for something that he obviously didn't do. That he
Yeah,
was
but
just shocked to see, you know.
You would think that, oh, first of all, you can't talk to me like that. That's that whole statement. It's like, me, if I'm thinking about that, I'll be like, you can't accuse me of something like that.
I've just been like, how can you even rationalize?
Yeah,
me doing this?
like there's so
and
many
his dad's
different.
trying to be logical about everything. Usually, you know, talking about the bird seed and this and the other.
Yeah.
And that's what he jumped to. And then he witnessed the toaster and he didn't blame anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was just he was a skeptic. He had more and more proof. You know.
I mean, I still don't think he believed.
No.
First of all, he wasn't at the party, so he didn't know what happened. And since they moved there, it's not like he even knows about the Freddy legend.
Yeah. But his dad did know about the murders and you know, the girl going crazy and stuff, and her mom, and he knew about all that though.
But it doesn't mean that, you know, he investigated, because it's not like he was like, oh, I'm gonna be cursed by.
Oh no, of course not. No. But like I said, his dad was a skeptic.
Yeah.
Just like Nancy's dad in the first movie, you know, regardless, no matter what happened to what she said and stuff, he didn't.
Now, this movie, not to offend anybody, this movie has been called the gayest horror movie in horror movies. Because, and the director didn't know it, but the guy who wrote it did that on purpose, of him not knowing about his sexuality. That's, you know, it's pretty much like a metaphor where Freddy came out of his body of himself coming out, but then at the same time he got with the girl at the end, so that's why he kind of contradicted himself. But I think that guy turned out, well, the actor turned out to be gay, who played him.
I mean, does that really matter?
Well, no. But the reason why I bring it up is because all the what was the term that they used? Homoerotic scenes of like him like just going to that bar and seeing his teacher, and yeah, there was rumors of him going there, but it's like, how did he end up in that bar? There's not any.
Well, and they had to set it up to where he could put him in a situation with Freddy.
Well, yeah, I get that, but what made him like? Was Freddy already controlling him to make him go there, like, cause he knew, or?
I don't know.
That's why I don't understand, because
I think so.
I feel like, because there'd be probably a bar closer, because if you're the teacher, at least I would think, especially in that time, you wouldn't go to a bar close to where you work in case somebody saw you.
It's a small local town. It's not really something you can get away with.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. It doesn't seem like it's a small town. You know.
I think it is.
I mean,
it kind of is.
I feel like it's about the size of the next town over from us.
Depends on which one you're talking about.
The one right next over.
But anyways.
Yeah, anyways. So overall, what do you think about this movie? Like, to lead up to your rating of it, and tell me, where do you place it on your no shoot, like, scale of most likely to watch to least likely to watch?
I mean,
I don't know, put you in a tough situation.
I have to say that it's always a good watch, but it's just when you try to follow the story, it's just throughout all of the movies of Freddy himself, it's not a very good one. It's
Robert Englund said it's his least favorite one.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
But also the screen time with Freddy was drastically cut down too.
And I don't like how Freddy is perceived in this movie. Like, not even perceived, just how he's shown in this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
I hate how he
the
died.
bus scenes. I hate both the bus scenes.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time. They're more of a waste of time, I think, than that bird scene that they said they thought was useless. I prefer the bird scene than those stupid bus scenes. They are both pointless and they make no sense.
Yep.
Why is he on the bus if he has a car? It doesn't make any sense.
So, what would you rate it out of 10?
3.
3 out of 10?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit higher. Tell that it's not her favorite. And I do like that she wasn't biased about it. So thank you for an unbiased quote of what you thought about it.
Of course.
Okay, so me, I don't know if it's my least favorite because we're rewatching them so I can remember. So as of right now, if I'm compared to the first one and the ones I do remember all the way, it is my least favorite one. I think there might be one other one, but I think that's the last one before New Nightmare. I love New Nightmare. Sorry, spoiler. But it's not one, like, sometimes I personally skip this one just because, one, he's never mentioned again. Technically, this is kind of the last time until Freddy vs. Jason that house is even. You hear rumors about, or you hear conversations about it, but it's never the focus anymore because you got the hospital, you got I can't remember where he takes the other ones, but it's not on Elm Street anymore. So to me, it's someone that you can just not watch. I mean, you watch it if you're a purist and you want to watch it and all that, but it's one that doesn't change the story and honestly kind of makes the story a little bit better without it being in there. Because if we went to 1 to 3, things make a little bit more sense. You're not. It's like a Back to the Future kind of thing. You got the straight line, but then you got part 2 over here that kind of curves, and then you got to come back in and all that. So me, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna give it a 3 also. I was kind of thinking a little bit lower, but then also I was kind of thinking a little bit higher. But a 3 just sounds right to me. So a 3 for me also. Now, you ladies and germs, remember, stay tuned for the next or part 3 when we do it. I can't say when. We never try to make a date on it just yet.
We have lives. Thanks.
Yeah. I know I will be doing the next movie theater review, which would be Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn movie. I might do an independent movie here soon. I don't know. I got lives happening right now. I got an obligation that for a week that is hard to work around, which I'm happy that we've been able to get this one done without.
And then don't forget, you might have someone who wants to review, a special guest who wants to review Fight Club.
She mentioned a couple other ones, so me and her's got to get in contact and try to work something out, or maybe have one where all 3 of us can do one later too.
That can be the video person. That can be background.
Well, no, I'm saying that I'm sure that there's one that all 3 of us can do, and I'm not saying me and her could have ours. And then we could have one where all 3 of us on a certain movie.
I'm not for anything, and I'm sure that
because I feel more guests the better.
People who want to watch us will be happy to see us.
Well, that's how I see this. Yeah, and thank you for the fast amount of views on our first one. So I'm hoping this one does better, and we keep on, and.
If you have anything that you want to hear about more, or you want more focus on in the videos, or if maybe you want us to try to look at more background or history on the movies, or, just let us know. It'd be cool for us to figure out what you guys actually want to listen to, what you guys want to actually know.
And me and Court, me and Mrs. Kruger, might be a special project in the works also. We've kind of been talking, we're trying to get some stuff down. So that's another thing. Definitely let us know about movies that, especially in the horror genre, that you think that we should check out. But make sure, because when I say that, some people give me some of these fucking hard movies that you can't even find, unless you legally download it. I gotta be able to obtain it somehow, like either through the streaming services, off of Xbox, PlayStation,
Amazon.
Well, I don't have Amazon.
I have Amazon.
Okay. Amazon.
Well, everyone has Amazon. You have to have Amazon Prime to buy things off of Amazon.
I don't use
You
Amazon.
can buy DVDs off of Amazon.com.
I know you
watch
can.
At home. That's what I'm talking about. If we can buy the DVD on Amazon, not
DVD,
not
Netflix. You know. So just be aware that when you send your suggestions and all that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to
leave us a note.
yeah. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for my special guest, Miss Kruger. Yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up.
Yeah. You can watch the movie if you want, if you haven't already seen it. You know, if you feel differently about the movie, we'd like to know about that too.
Definitely let us know. But this has been another episode of the Audio Critics. You got any last words?
Stay groovy.
And stay classy.